Real lift La Liga, Bellingham agrees Dortmund deal, Leeds close in on the Premier League return, a transfer roundup and today's Friday feels all coming up in the next few minutes as I'm your host Matt Froelich. You are the Onefootballers and this is the Daily News. First up, and Real Madrid have won La Liga. It's exactly what you were expecting to happen over the last few match days, and they've finally done it. A 34th La Liga title for Real Madrid, and no one is happier than Zinedine Zidane. In fact, the manager said that it was better than winning the Champions League titles, winning the La Liga crown back. Somehow I'm not quite convinced, but anyway, they did it. And of course, Karim Benzema was involved. His 20th and 21st goals of the season ensured that a 2-1 victory over Villarreal saw them become champions, as they now have quite a healthy lead with just one game to play. And that is because Barcelona not only lost their crown, but they lost at home to Osasuna. And for me, this just sums up everything I've been saying in the last few weeks. Real Madrid have been doing the business, Barcelona have not. Lionel Messi came out after the game and said that they've got to look at their own mistakes, got to look at what went wrong over the summer, and that Real Madrid deserve to win the title. Humble and absolutely correct. Now, I've been saying it recently, no matter how many penalties Real Madrid get, the contentious decision, whether you want to say VAR is for them, Sergio Ramos this, Karim Benzema that, if Barcelona don't focus on their own game and start winning their own matches, they cannot complain. Stop thinking about other teams, stop talking about Real Madrid and what they're doing. If you're not going to win your games like the one at home to Osasuna, then you don't deserve to win the title. And that is how La Liga titles are won. Anyway, Real Madrid might have a little bit more of a difficult task of it when it comes to the Champions League though, as they are currently 2-1 down with the second leg of the round of 16 to play against Manchester City. But on top of this, very quickly, make sure you keep your eyes peeled for a special video that we are putting out with a rather special guest concerning Zinedine Zidane, how he's done it, how he's taken Real Madrid back to the top of Spanish football, and loads of other bits and pieces. So make sure you keep an eye out for that this weekend. But on to the next piece of transfer news, and it's Jude Bellingham who has finally agreed to sign for Dortmund. Now, the Birmingham City 17-year-old has been attracting a lot of interest from many clubs around Europe, but it always seems like Manchester United and Dortmund were the front runners. So finally, he flew to Germany yesterday and has apparently put pen to paper on a deal which will see him earn around €3 million per year. Not so bad for a 17-year-old. Anyway, he still obviously has the rest of the season to complete with Birmingham, and after that stunt, he may have a quick turnaround before heading to Dortmund for their pre-season training, as German football returns in a little under 8 weeks. What it does mean, though, is that Manchester United potentially have let Dortmund have this one. It may seem a little bit confusing, but what if United said, you know what? You take Bellingham and it will sweeten you up, because when United go in for Jadon Sancho, Dortmund will probably look on United a little bit more favourably. That's probably not how it happens, that just kind of makes sense in my head. Anyway, 26 million is the amount they're paying for the 17-year-old. It seems a lot, but it's actually not that much in today's money. I mean, he can hardly flop with that kind of money. Let's be honest, even if he doesn't turn out to be such a good player like he's been promising, it's still not crazy amounts. On the flip side though, if United were to pay 120 million for Sancho and he wasn't that kind of player, well, you know, that's a serious times the amount of money they're paying for Bellingham. Anyway, the deal will be completed in the next few days, and you can probably expect a full announcement from Dortmund as and when. But back to some English football, and actually to the Championship football, where the 4th win in a row, a 1-0 victory over Barnsley, means that Leeds are 1 point away from a return to the top flight of English football. 16 years after being relegated. Now, since then, they've not only been relegated, they went down to League One for a few seasons as well, came back to the Championship, and it looks like Marcelo Bielsa has got his side playing the right way, putting the right points together, and in fact, their 87 points at the moment is a club record in Leeds' glorious, illustrious history. Now, I, for one, would actually really be excited to see them back in the Premier League. They're a Premier League-sized club, a massive stadium, a massive fan base, some brilliant players, an insane history, and a world-class manager at the moment in Bielsa. If he leads them back to the Premiership, which is looking ever so likely, it will definitely be a fantastic addition. There are a few others who also would be great in the Premier League, and some not. Like, no offence, West Brom fans, but they keep coming up and down and not really doing anything, and they're in second at the moment. It looks like they might make it as well. Anyway, Leeds have got a few more games to wrap up the title, which I'm sure they will do. So a quick roundup of the rest of the day's transfer news coming up next, and Malang Sarr, the Nice defender who's currently out of contract, is apparently close to a move to Arsenal on a free transfer. Leicester City boss Brendan Rodgers is interested in taking Roman midfielder Amadou Diawara, and Everton have not only made a bid for Allen from Napoli, but also look to be making a late bid for Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Now, the Danish midfielder at Southampton, apparently is currently the subject of talks between Southampton and Tottenham over a swap deal between him and Kyle Walker-Peters. Lastly, but not least, we come to this week's Friday Feels. This is where you guys leave your footballing predictions in the comment section down below, and they'll be read out on Monday. Well, some of the correct ones will be. Not by me though, because I'm on holiday next week, so I'll see you guys the following Monday. Anyway, my predictions for the weekend's football are: in the first FA Cup semi-final, Manchester City will win 3-1 against Arsenal. In the second FA Cup semi-final, United are going to edge past Chelsea 2-1, setting up an all-Manchester final. That would be insane. And finally, I think Bournemouth are going to be relegated. Tonight, Watford play West Ham. If that is a draw, and if Bournemouth lose to Southampton, then they will be 4 points away from safety with just one game left to play, and Eddie Howe's side will be down. That is all from me for today. Let me know your Friday feels in the comment section down below and your thoughts on the rest of today's daily news. Whilst you're at it, you can smash the like button and click here or here to check out all of the other videos we've got going on Onefootball. But until next time, until about 9 days time, I will see you next Monday. Have a great weekend, have a great week, and I'll see you soon.